Hello YouTubers who are also interested in WoW apparently. I'm just here on my Shaman Torrent, sitting in Torrënt, and I'm going to give you an overview of my UI. So here it is. Let's go over the various sections of my UI setup. Start off, I use Healbot for my raid frames. It's what I've grown up with, so I've been very accustomed to it. And it serves me pretty well. Very customizable. A lot of support for new content patches and raid mechanics, etc. I also prefer it over raid frames like Grid, just because I like the clickable actions versus the mouse over and key press actions. I find it's pretty quick to action. I tried both. I found my healing was much better, maybe just because I'm more used to it, but I'm sticking with Healbot just because I'm so comfortable with it, and why not use something you're comfortable with? So with moving on, for my raid frames, for my bars, I use Bartender. As you can see, obviously I don't have the custom bar setup. Just kind of have things thrown about here. Kind of probably looks kind of weird, but that's just how I've grown to like my bar setup. I like to have certain things on one side, like my totems on this side, and things I need to use in utility cases, and then I have all my all my keybound items, quick to use actions on the other side. That's just how I like the look of it. Really doesn't matter. I could have it all clustered down the bottom, but having certain things in certain areas, I think is good for reaction to certain like mechanics and raid fights, etc. I use button facade for my button background. It makes it look a little prettier than the standard, like just boxy kind of button layout. I also use Omni CC for my buttons. Those cast Riptide, you can see. Omni CC is on Riptide now. Really good for if you're trying to manage cooldown timers on your buttons, but really you shouldn't be doing that. Obviously the buttons are small, it's hard to see, so you really shouldn't be doing that with bars or other timer checking add-ons. And actually I'll move on to that. I use Tell Me When for anything that I need to track, such as timers or procs, such as tidal waves. As a shaman, tidal waves is pretty important. You get tidal waves when you cast Riptide, and it gives you buffs to your healing waves, your greater healing waves, and your chain heal. Wait, chain heal? No, your heals. Your healing waves. I just had a brain fart there, but anyway, yeah, I use Tell Me When for those sort of things. I also use it for, say, raid mechanics, where I need to monitor stacks, or specific timers that are specific to me. Obviously I use Deadly Boss Mods for any other timers. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for Tell Me When. I I find high use for this tool because it has so many implications it could be used for. So I really recommend it for anyone who wants to monitor any certain buff or thing that needs to be important. You can put a really big button at any opacity on your screen, anywhere on the screen. So that's something I really wanted, and when I found it, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. So I use, you might notice that my player frame is down at the bottom. I use move anything for that. I also have other things like as my target, my focus. Focus you can move anyway, but I use move anything for a bunch of things like that. Also my quest tracker I've moved. I think it normally is on the left side. Anyway, that doesn't really matter. But moving on, I also use Omen. Not as much anymore. I'm trying to get away from it, but some instances I think I would need to use it, such as when I'm with terrible tanks, or just people who don't know how to control their DPS with a tank. Obviously, it's not really a raid scenario, so I don't really know if that justifies me having it. So that's kind of, I'm still in the debate of if I want that add-on or not. It's not really a big add-on to keep running, so it's not terrible, but it consumes UI space. I use Recount. It's really the only thing you can use for tracking performance, other than if you completed something or not. It's not really the best performance tracker, but it is a performance tracker, so why not have it monitoring things and such. I also use Addon for my bags. It's amazing over the standard UI bag system. Obviously the bag system by default is terrible because you have X amount of bags, usually 6 bags. 6? 5 bags by default, and you don't know what's in any of the bags. So you're just basically lost in a sea of bags, don't know where anything is, and you have to go look through every bag unless you memorize where you put things, which I don't really want to do. So Addon's good for me. I use Bison. Actually, my Bison setup's kind of all over the place because I modified my resolution, but I use Bison for my buffs and debuffs. I like it because you can change scale of certain items or certain types of buffs and debuffs and weapon enhancements, all that jazz. And it's highly customizable and movable, etc. I find it pretty useful. Up at the top here I have Titan Panel, just for an overlay of to show me like things like performance and bag space and position. Just some utility junk that I don't really need to see at all times, so I can have it auto hide. Give me back that UI space. So you have the ability to see those kind of things. Another add-on I use is class timers. I use it to monitor my water shield. I could use Tell Me When for that. I think I might start class timers. I've been trying to use it, but I can't. I can almost see myself not being able to justify it anymore, just because it's more like a PvP kind of thing to use. So I think I might be getting rid of it. Don't need these many add-ons anyway. Less add-ons are better. I use Sexy Map because it's sexy, and if you don't have Sexy Map, you're crazy, because it doesn't really add any amount of extra memory used on your PC. It's pretty, and you can remove all those nasty buttons from your map, and you know you want to do that. Highly, it's got a lot of customization to it. Anyway, if you don't know about Sexy Map, check it out. It's great. You can place it anywhere on your screen. A lot of people like to put it in the center. I don't like to block my center view. Just a preference. And I think that's about it. I go through my interface here. There's not really anything else I have. Pratt for my customized chat panel. Also, I use it for my combat, coloring my combat logs a little better. But other than that, I think I've covered everything. Auctionator, and those kind of things I don't really need to go over because it's not really something I raid with per se. It's just something I use as a utility. Those things really don't matter. It's all up to preference. So, if you like, oh, I almost forgot, my cast bars. Cast bars is, my cast bars are done through ACB cast bar. Very, very nice utility add-on to move around your cast bars. As you can see, it's kind of not centered, just because, again, I changed my resolution for this video, so something I need to remember for my next video. But very nice. I can put cast bars anywhere. I can texture them. I can just customize my cast bars however I like, color-wise. It's a lot better than quartz. I find quartz to be a little buggy in some areas, especially if there hasn't been any updates to the add-on, which usually is the case. So, yeah, that's my add-ons. If you like any of my add-ons, I'm going to post them in the description of this video, and also if you want information on how to set up any of the add-ons that I've explained in this video, feel free to send me a message, and I'll try to get back to you with any questions you have, or help you might need for setting them up, etc. So, until next time, guys. Later.